studying abroad, especially with Temple, offers great opportunities to continue your studies and get that cultural exchange.
Global Connections Mixers are just a really great opportunity to connect with other students that are interested in studying abroad. So you can hear from return students who have already been abroad, and they can provide really valuable insight on what their day-to-day life was like abroad, the challenges they faced, things like that. Also, there are free snacks, and who doesn't love free food?
Well, thank you everyone for coming. This is our second Global Connections Mixer. We are hoping to make this a recurring event for prospective students and return students to come together, share experiences, give advice, and hopefully encourage more students to study abroad. For those that just joined us, my name is Zuri Jones. I'm the Advising and Outreach Manager. I advise students who aren't sure where to study abroad or how they're going to pay for it. I am the person that helps them through the process. And today it was completely coordinated by our peer advisor, Hawa.
My name is Hawa, and I'm a senior international business major. I studied abroad in Temple, Japan in spring 2023, and I am the peer advisor behind the Black History Month Global Connections Mixer. The Black History Month Global Connections Mixer is a way for students that have never studied abroad before to interact and ask questions and hear about the experiences about studying abroad while being Black from students who have done it already.
I did want to step outside of my comfort zone, but also still be comfortable, which is why I chose Paris. Like, there were a lot of Black neighborhoods, Black restaurants, Black spaces, so yeah.
I know it's definitely different behavior that they exhibit towards a Black person versus my white or Asian roommates. Not saying they also had their situations. I mean, just being a foreigner in general. Something I did to navigate that space is when I first got there, I made sure I didn't do anything alone until I built up that comfort. And over time, instead of being 7 of us, we started doing like groups of 5, groups of 3, and then eventually I was doing things with just my one other roommate. We're like best friends now, or just by myself. So it's like a slowly like getting myself used to doing things alone. But I want to be completely honest, when I would do those things alone, I would definitely walk with my head down a lot or eyes facing me around, just because, I don't know, it gives like this false sense of security. You're not looking at what's around you. You can't have a negative experience with the person next to you if you're not looking at the person next to you. That kind of thing. But I think it's 100% normal to feel like an outsider within your host country or wherever you study abroad, anywhere you travel, especially being the only Black person, because Black skin is it's not something you hide, you know what I mean? It's not. There are so many other parts of my identity, but me being Black is something that people are going to see regardless, the first thing to see. And it's something I'm proud of too. Don't get me wrong. It's not something I want to hide or shield or, take away from myself. You also have to like put yourself in their shoes as well. I'm not saying they've never seen Black. Well, in some cases they genuinely don't see Black people often, but they also are very curious about you as well.
What advice would you give, like, to prepare yourself to study abroad?
I would definitely also say take time to learn just a little bit about the culture beforehand. Like in Mexico, if you don't like say good afternoon, good morning, good night when you walk into the room, it seems very disrespectful, which is something you would need to know before you get there so that you aren't being disrespectful. Also, just taking time to learn a few important phrases like in the native language, whether that's just like how to order food, or just like something important like how to ask for help or how to ask for directions or how to say something. Just like phrases like that are just really important to learn before you get there.
Take advantage of the internet. Like when I mean that, there are vlogs and day in the life, week in the life, and so many things out there. Like that's something I did. Like my For You page on TikTok was just full of like people studying abroad in Rome and like, I don't know, really take advantage of the internet. Obviously you can't believe everything on the internet and your experience can be very unique to yourself, but some of the core things are going to be the same. So like even little things like restaurants and little hidden gems and advice and tips and tricks, things like that will really be helpful if you use the internet just to find those. And another thing, save up so much money just because you're going to want to do everything when you travel. You're in a new space, you want to eat this place, you want to eat at this place, you want to buy that thing, you want to buy that thing. So, in the first month, maybe you can be a little more, spendy, but definitely need to have discipline as you near, the longer you're there, because if you're spending like that, unless you have it, unless you have it like that and you can do it, do that forever, then that's fine. But me, I definitely had to like check myself at the midway point, because I realized that this is not my only time being in Europe. I'm going to go back. These places are going to be here. I don't have to rush and do everything right now.
I feel like Dublin was definitely my favorite. I went for St. Patrick's Day, so I was there at like the St. Patrick's Parade. So the day after that, I went to the cliffs. It was like an hour bus ride, but it was really nice. It was really beautiful.
I went to Hiroshima for two days or a day and a half with the overnight bus, and then went to the museum, spent all day there because I recorded all of it so that I could show, and just paying more attention. In the back of my head, I thought that I would leave with an overnight bus ticket that I didn't buy yet, but I looked at the time and I said, oh, I guess I'm staying here. And then I looked for flights, no flights. Looked for a train, no Shinkansen. Okay, I guess I'm sleeping here. And on the bus ride to the airport, the trees were so green. It was like I can't even compare. As the most greenest trees I've ever seen in my life. So I really liked seeing Hiroshima and just the general countryside that is not Tokyo.
If you're interested in interacting with more students that have studied abroad, not just the Black experience, but experiences of all kinds, please attend our other Global Connections mixers. I'll give you a spoiler. The next one is exchange students. So you should attend if you're interested in participating in one of our exchange programs.